Hey! I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Okay? My father, who was never around, once told me this. Anyway, let's go ahead with the reaction. Y'all subscribe, turn on the post notifications, smash that like button up. And watch this video all the way through. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna hop right into it. No time to waste. I'm pretty sure y'all wanna know what my father that was never around told me. Let's keep going. Alright, so today we're reacting to The Disturbed Logic of the Left. Melanie, Phillips. I'm part of the left. Let's see how disturbed my logic is. Let's go.
The Western liberal mind conceives of itself as being good because it's liberal. The Western liberal tells him or herself, I'm a good person because I'm liberal. I'm liberal because I'm a good person. Which
none of us do that. She's already in the wrong. None of us say we're good people because we're good people. We're good people because we try to act on being a good person. But we don't even say we're good people. We just try to be a good person. That's what people on the left do. That's what people on the right do too. They try to be a good person. People on the right try to, I'm not saying the right doesn't try to be good people. They try to be good people in their own way. Like, by like saying like, look, I'll stay out of everybody else's way. Everybody can do whatever they want. Just don't bring it to me. The left says, hey, let's all put a helping hand into each other. So they are trying to be good people, but not necessarily saying they're good people.
Means that I believe in things like the brotherhood of man, conscience and compassion, looking after the wretched of the world, the poor, the wretched of the world, standing up against abuses of power. These are all good things, and that's why I'm a liberal. And I'm a liberal because of all these good things. So, one of the expressions of my goodness and my liberalism is that I support the Palestinian Arabs, who I think are an oppressed people, and they are oppressed by the Israelis, who have taken their land away from them, and they are oppressing them. Now, every part of that, in my view, is a lie. But put that to one side. This is what the liberal progressive thinks. And the liberal progressive thinks that supporting the Palestinians is therefore something that makes the liberal progressive a good person. October 7th happened.
No, they see women and children getting slaughtered, and they think that the world should step in to do something to help. And to be on either side in this war is weird. It's just weird. They both have fault in it. And it's really hard to tell who's who, to be honest.
And suddenly you have a situation in which the people that the liberal progressive has supported as being oppressed, and everything they do is a legitimate defense or resistance against oppression, suddenly we can see that those people have turned into the most bloodthirsty savages that could ever be imagined. Not just people who kill, but who slaughter in a sadistic, barbaric, debauched and depraved fashion that people can't imagine ever happening. They have slaughtered, raped, beheaded, tortured, burned alive babies, children, women, elderly men, and others.
But has the other side not done that too? Has the other side not done the same thing? You know, I don't know. I'm on nobody's side in that war, but both sides are using the war to say the other side is evil. Literally. And I know more people on the left are sided with Palestinians. Damn, it's up my corner. Put that over there. I don't know, more people on the left are sided with Palestinians, but I really don't know. I'm back and forth on this because I've heard other things where I see where Israel's coming from too. It's weird, man. I'm on board. I don't know. It's a toss up on this. Truly don't know where to stand. I just want the bloodshed to stop. But to use it as a talking point to say that the left is evil is weird. I don't know. It's weird.
And in which the people that they've supported as being oppressed are good people because they're victims, are these savages. And the people they have represented as oppressors are the victims. They can't have that. Because if they have that, if they admit that that is the case, then their entire worldview is...
She just called the Palestinian people savages. I don't know if anybody is watching this. I know some of y'all are one-sided on every fucking thing. But can you not see how either side calling each other savage can be a bad thing? Just bear with me on that.
Shattered. Because the people, the cause they have supported as representing goodness is shown to be evil. And what does that make them? It makes them evil. So they can't have it. So what do? They go to extraordinary lengths to pretend that black is white, that justice is injustice, that oppression is resistance, and vice versa. So they have to represent the Israelis as being at fault. The Israelis are to blame for what's happened. So there is no better way of blaming people than accusing them of the very thing they are the victim of. Projection. So you accuse them of genocide. We hear it also regularly. The Israelis are accused of being Nazis. It's the same thing. It's not simply an offensive thing. It's a very deliberate thing, because if the Israelis are Nazis, then we are free. We, the liberal West, are free of any kind of guilt or any kind of association with bad things, because they are to blame. They are the people who are bad. And so we are free to continue with our fantasies.
That's crazy to call Israel Nazis. That's crazy, because they're Jews. But I think both sides just want the war to stop, and both sides really don't know who to blame, because of the history. It's extremely hard to say who's right or who's wrong in this. I don't think the Palestinians, Hamas, fired the first shot, and Israel retaliated, and Hamas was banking on the retaliation of Israel. That's what it was, to appeal to the Muslim world, and it also appealed to the rest of the world. So I guess I could say whoever's the side that fired the first shot is at fault. Hamas. For the war. But for the generation of oppression, I don't know. Palestinians are mad about how they're being treated by people in Israel. It's a toss-up.
Of us being good people. And I think that's also what lay behind these amazing scenes that we saw on social media of people with their hands tearing down posters of the hostages. Now you have to ask yourself, what's going through the mind of someone like that? These weren't posters advertising Israel. They weren't advertising the Israeli Defense Forces. They were pictures of babies, of children, of women who had been kidnapped by bloodthirsty monsters, by savage, depraved savages, and were being almost certainly subjected to untold horrors. And yet they were torn down, and the faces of the people tearing them down were contorted very often with rage and hate. And you have to ask yourself, what's going on in the mind of that person? And it seemed to me that they had to literally with their fingernails tear it out of sight. It was something that could not be tolerated to be in existence at all. The very concept of the Israeli babies and children as victims of the people they had been supporting, because it contradicted the narrative on which they had hung their own moral worth. And it seemed to me also they were tearing the Jews out, trying to tear the Jewish people completely out of their world, out of their sight, out of their world, out of their minds, out of their thoughts, and out of their consciences. That's to me what it represented. And this whole inversion of genocide thing is part of that. It is not just disgusting. It is not just ridiculous. It's evil. And I think it is a symptom of the evil paths into which the West has fallen through its embrace of a whole range of ideologies, a whole range of thinking, which I think has come to define what we call the liberal progressive West.
I'm on the fence with this, guys. I'm on the fence with this. I don't know what to think. I disagree with her at the beginning, but towards the end, I don't know what to think on that one. Y'all comment down below what y'all think. Because, like I said, both sides are to blame. Both sides are to blame. And anyone who's overwhelmingly siding with one side normally is missing something about the other. So, I'm out, y'all. Peace. Oh, I don't want to get no butter on my camera. Oh,